The gospel world has been shaken to its core. Fans everywhere are still struggling to process the emotional news that Deitrick Haddon's family has finally come forward with a heartbreaking revelation, one that so many had feared but hoped would never be true. Known for his electrifying energy, unapologetic transparency, and soul-stirring voice, Deitrick has been a fixture in gospel music for decades. But behind the lights, awards, and church stages, a storm had been quietly brewing, one that has now come crashing into the open. For years, Deitrick was seen as the rebel preacher, the man who broke the mold of traditional gospel artistry. His sound, edgy yet holy, radical yet spirit-filled, captured the hearts of millions. From his early days leading the Detroit-based choir, Voices of Unity, to his solo career that produced timeless hits like He's Able, Well Done, and Love Him Like I Do, Haddon built a legacy that stretched beyond music. He became a voice of freedom and faith, speaking up for those who didn't fit the traditional church image. But now, the same man who preached resilience and transparency is facing a personal battle that has left even his closest friends shaken. According to family insiders, the past few months have been some of the hardest of Deitrick's life. Behind closed doors, the powerhouse singer has been fighting through deep exhaustion, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. What began as moments of silence and withdrawal turned into weeks of noticeable absence from public events and church appearances. Fans first noticed something was wrong when he began canceling shows, missing live broadcasts, and limiting his usual social media presence. At first, people assumed he was taking a break, perhaps working on a new project, or enjoying time with family. But those close to him knew the truth was far more serious. A family spokesperson recently shared that Deitrick had been ignoring signs of declining health for quite some time. Between ministry responsibilities, music production, and running his church, Hill City Church in Los Angeles, he had been pushing himself to the edge. Late nights, constant travel, and emotional stress began taking their toll. Despite his efforts to stay strong, his body eventually forced him to stop. He's always been the kind of person who gives 200% to everything, a close family member said. But even the strongest need to rest. He kept saying, "God's got me," but sometimes faith also means knowing when to pause. Sources close to the family revealed that Deitrick recently suffered a severe health scare that landed him under medical supervision. Though the family has not disclosed the full extent of his condition, they confirmed it was serious enough to make him step away from several commitments, including his church duties. The family's emotional announcement came after weeks of speculation and growing concern from fans who feared the worst. When the news broke, the gospel community poured out an overwhelming wave of love and support. Artists like Tasha Cobbs Leonard, Kirk Franklin, and Erica Campbell shared heartfelt messages, reminding everyone that even those who minister to others need grace and care. One fan commented online, "We've watched Deitrick pour his soul into worship for decades. Now it's time for us to pour our prayers into him." For Deitrick's wife Dominique, this has been a period of both fear and faith. The couple, who have been married for over a decade, have always been open about their journey, the struggles, the blessings, and the lessons learned along the way. She recently took to social media, asking for continued prayers for her husband. In her post she wrote, "This season has been hard, but God is still faithful. Please keep Deitrick lifted. We're standing on faith that he'll come out of this stronger than ever." Her words reflected both strength and vulnerability, a reminder that even the families of faith leaders face moments of uncertainty and heartbreak. The announcement also brought back memories of Deitrick's earlier struggles, when he faced public scrutiny and personal trials that tested his faith. Years ago, when his name made headlines for controversy surrounding his first marriage and his decision to remarry, many thought his ministry would end. But instead, Deitrick turned that pain into purpose. He became more transparent, using his platform to speak about redemption, grace, and the real-life struggles of believers. That openness helped thousands of people who felt judged by the church to reconnect with God again. Now, as he faces this new chapter, fans are once again witnessing that same courage, only this time it's being lived out through silence and recovery. "Sometimes your healing becomes your testimony," one pastor commented after hearing the family's announcement. "Deitrick has ministered through music for so long, maybe now God is ministering back to him through rest." Family insiders have confirmed that Deitrick is currently surrounded by loved ones and is focusing on his recovery. They've asked fans to respect their privacy during this difficult time. However, those who know him best say he's already using this moment to reflect deeply on life, purpose, and what really matters. He told us, all the awards, all the songs, none of it means anything if I don't have peace. One close friend revealed, that's the Deitrick we know, always searching for truth even in pain. The family's announcement has also sparked a larger conversation within the gospel community about mental and physical health, especially among ministers and musicians who constantly pour out but rarely refill. Many fans pointed out that burnout, depression, and stress often go unnoticed in faith circles because leaders feel pressured to appear strong. Deitrick's openness about his struggles could very well help others in ministry to take their own health seriously. As fans continue to send prayers, many are revisiting his music with a new sense of meaning. Songs like He's Able and Rest now carry a deeper resonance. In one of his older interviews, Deitrick once said, "I write songs from the middle of my storms. Music is my therapy." Those words now echo with haunting truth as his current battle unfolds behind the scenes. While no one knows exactly what lies ahead, there's a strong sense of hope surrounding Deitrick's story. His resilience in the face of adversity has always been part of his spiritual DNA. Whether it was navigating heartbreak, rebuilding his reputation, or reshaping gospel music with his fearless creativity, he's proven time and time again that faith can transform even the darkest seasons. Friends who have visited him say he's in good spirits, smiling, cracking jokes, and reminding everyone that God's not finished with him yet. He said, "If this is what it takes for me to hear God clearly again, then I'm okay with it," shared one longtime friend.